you hear about the deadliest animal attack in history, you might think of a great white shark or a pack of hungry wolves. But compared to this beastly attack, those are small fry. Meet the saltwater crocodile, the largest reptile in the world. These giant reptiles can grow over 23 feet long and weigh more than a ton. They can hold a human underwater with ease just to be playful. And when they chomp down on prey, they can easily crack open a coconut or swallow an entire pig. So imagine what they could do to a person. In 1945, near the end of World War II, 1,000 soldiers vanished after encountering these very beasts. Only 20 men survived to tell the tale. Such a famous story it made it into the Guinness Book of World Records. But how could 1,000 soldiers be taken down by crocs in a single night? And is there any truth to the legend? It all started when Japanese troops, stationed on Ramree Island in Burma, realized they were trapped. To escape, they had only one option: a vast, inhospitable mangrove swamp. Despite knowing it was a virtual death sentence, the men charged forward. According to one soldier, "We had no choice. We had to go through the island or be captured." As they pushed deeper into the swamp, the men found themselves under attack by crocodiles, venomous snakes, biting ants, and malaria. Within a few days, 200 men had already been bitten by snakes, and many were too sick to move. The heat was stifling and getting out of the swamp seemed impossible. At this point, the men were exhausted, starving, and some were going insane. That's when they heard a rumor. There was a village nearby where they could find food and water. But what they didn't realize was, it was a trap set by the British Army. Most of the men ended up dead, either by enemy fire or by being eaten by crocodiles. Those who survived barely made it out alive. But one soldier claimed the real monster that night wasn't the crocs, it was hunger. He said, "I saw men die of starvation, others bitten by snakes, and some go mad. But death by crocs was the least common." After hearing these stories, author Bruce Wright wrote about the incident in his book, and the legend was born. It quickly became one of the most famous crocodile attacks ever. And some sources even claimed the total death toll reached 500. But there's a big problem. All the official records from the British and Japanese armies list much smaller numbers. Even the Guinness Book of World Records admits the actual number may never be known. So how many soldiers really died that night? Well, the highest number mentioned in official documents is 122. That's still an incredible number, but far less than the 500 in Wright's book or the 1,000 in other accounts. The confusion comes from a simple misunderstanding. When the Japanese surrendered, they didn't want to admit that their soldiers had been picked off one by crocodiles. Instead, they blamed their losses on disease and starvation, perhaps hoping they could save face by saying their soldiers died valiantly while retreating. But the truth is both heartbreaking and more horrifying than fiction. An unknown number of soldiers died from starvation and disease, but there's no denying that crocodiles did attack them too. After all, there were thousands of these enormous reptiles living in the swamps around Ramree Island. So let's take a closer look at the swamp itself. These inhospitable waters are home to one of the densest populations of saltwater crocodiles in the world. At least 50,000 live there today, maybe even more. Since they have almost no natural enemies, the population has exploded. That means every day they get a chance to practice their favorite pastime, hunting. But are crocodiles capable of taking down 1,000 men in one night? Not a chance. Even though they're cold-blooded killers, they aren't exactly social creatures. Saltwater crocodiles usually hunt alone, and they don't cooperate with each other like wolves or killer whales. If a group does form, it's usually only temporary, so it's extremely unlikely they would band together to hunt down and eat 1,000 Japanese soldiers. In fact, most experts believe the crocodiles probably didn't attack the men at all. Instead, they likely fed on their bodies after they died from starvation, disease, or insect bites. One thing's for sure, though. The crocodile population benefited from the chaos. As the soldiers marched through the swamp, they probably stirred up the water, bringing prey right to the croc's doorstep. Many fish and other small animals were washed away by the commotion and became easy meals for the waiting reptiles. What's the takeaway? While crocodiles are ruthless predators, the most dangerous threat to humans isn't a monster croc or even a pack of crocs. It's our own doing. War, disease, and destruction leave a lasting impact on the environment. And when humans leave a mess behind, Mother Nature always finds a way to clean it up.